So we want to clarify the meaning of saying Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. So we already said when you say Ashhadu, it means I know, I believe, and I declare. So when you say, because we're breaking down Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. So Ashhadu means I know, I believe, and I declare. Anna means that. So I know, I believe, and declare that Muhammadar Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Yeah, and I believe. I know, I believe, and I declare. Do you remember the difference between knowing and believing? Yes. Yeah. So if you want, you could say believing is the acceptance of it. Believing in it is the acceptance of it. So it's possible for someone to know something and not accept it. That's the case of the Jews. They know Prophet Muhammad is a prophet, but they don't accept it. They don't believe it. They know it. Yeah, they have many, many proofs. Yani, they recognize what the prophet came with. Those Jews, they were living amongst the Arabs. So they were like actually authentic children of Israel. They weren't like some white Europeans who became Jews or something. They were really authentic Israelites. They were living in Arabia. And they still even had authentic copies of the Torah, but they had perverted the religion. They were waiting for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Some of them even knew his name would be Muhammad. They knew he would come out of the land of the Arabs, but they didn't know he would be an Arab. So they were waiting for a prophet to appear, thinking he would be a Jew. With a Jew, that number one, he's a children from the children of Israel, and that he has their religion. That's what they thought he would be. So when he appeared as an Arab and he had a different religion than theirs, then that's why they disbelieved in him. But besides that, they knew because of what they took from Musa and from the Torah. Like they knew about things like ghusl and istinja and facing the Qibla, but they used to face a different Qibla, not Abraham's Qibla. And eating halal meat and things like that. Belief in the prophets. Even those old Arabs weren't believing in prophets. They were just idol worshippers. So Muhammad came with rules, like judgments, because the Jews, they have judgments, but their judgments are either abrogated now because messengers have already come after Moses, or just some stuff they made up. But they do have judgments. It's like they got fiqh. So they believe, basically, the Jews believe in halal and haram. So when Prophet Muhammad came with the religion he came with, they recognized it. It was basically the upgrade to what they had. So they decided they wanted to stay on the old stuff. Because they didn't like the fact that he was an Arab and that he was a Muslim. He came with some religion. Yeah, go ahead. Moses. Yeah. Yes. It was when Jesus came that the Jews became kuffar as a big body. At the time when Prophet Isa came, they still used to believe in Allah. But they committed kufr because they rejected his messenger, who was Jesus. Yes. Yes. Except for any of them who crossed over, yani when Jesus came and they accepted and they crossed over to the laws of the Injil, then they stayed Muslims. But the main body of Jews, they went out of Islam. Not to mention, they were already corrupt by the time Jesus came. They had kuffar amongst them. Yeah, they did have deviants, but when Jesus came, they all just said, "Nah, we ain't having it." Yeah, even before that, they were giving prophets trouble since before that, because they're the ones who killed Prophet Yahya and Prophet Zechariah. And that was before Jesus. Yes, that was the Jews coming to get him. Yes. It was said that the Jews had a slab, a stone slab. If they wanted to kill a prophet, they would put him on that slab and kill him. Yeah, yeah, they used to kill prophets. They are prophet killers. This was mentioned in the Quran. But only two victims of theirs are named. Allah tells us in the Quran they killed prophets, more than two. And they still gave other prophets trouble. Even Prophet Moses, they were giving him trouble. So many stories about that. They were insolent. They weren't like the followers of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet Muhammad's Sahaba used to listen to him. Prophet Musa used to tell the Jews to do something, and then they'll be like, "Oh, why though? Like that though? Can we do it this way?" and stuff like that. MashaAllah. So the meaning of ashhadu is I know, I believe, and I declare that Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. And Muhammad, he is the son of Abdullah, who is the son of Abdul Muttalib, who is the son of Hashim, who is the son of Abdul Manaf. His lineage goes back to Adnan, a man, an ancient Arab named Adnan. There's no difference in opinion that this man Adnan is one of the ancient grandfathers of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's no difference in opinion about that. And this man Adnan, his lineage goes back to Prophet Ishmael, also with no difference in opinion. And Ishmael is the son of Abraham, as you know. Yeah. So Muhammad is the son of Abdullah, the son of Abdul Muttalib, the son of Hashim, the son of Abdul Manaf. So up until here, so Muhammad, son of Abdullah, son of Abdul Muttalib, son of Hashim, son of Abdul Manaf. It is valid to say that knowing this much of the Prophet's lineage is obligatory. You don't have to keep going further than that. But this man, Abdul Manaf, his lineage goes back to a man named Adnan. And this man, Adnan, and there's no difference in opinion about that. I saw in some books by the Kuffar, they say Adnan is a legendary Arab. Not his father, no, that's one of his great-grandfathers, the ancient one. His father is Abdullah. The Prophet's father is Abdullah, and his grandfather is Abdul Muttalib. Hashim is his great-grandfather. Abdul Manaf is his great-great-grandfather. And then there's a lot of names after that. Yeah, they go back to Adnan. And then there's names from Adnan back to Ishmael. Ishmael, the son of Abraham. Like, even the fact that Muhammad is from Ishmael is something that's recognizable by the Arabs, by the Jews. Recognizable to the Jews. Because the Jews knew about Isaac and Ishmael and Abraham. So what happened was that Allah Ta'ala made it in such a way that the Jews would have many proofs for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, including giving Abraham two sons that they knew about, and one of those sons being their grandfather, that's Ishmael, that's Isaac. One of the sons of Abraham being their grandfather, Isaac, and the other son of Abraham, he wasn't their grandfather. The other son of Abraham, he wasn't their grandfather. But they knew about him. The other son being Ishmael. So when Muhammad came, when the Jews looked into his lineage, they're going to say, "Oh, look at that. He actually goes back to Abraham. His lineage actually goes back to Abraham." So that's just another indication for them, among other things. Had he just been from somebody, I don't know who, like if he was born from a Chinese man or something, they said, "Oh, how are you going to be a prophet? Give us your list of fathers." You know, it's not a condition. Allah makes a prophet whomever He wills to be. But the Jews would have said, "Where did you come from? Where? Give us your list of fathers. Tell us your lineage." So if a man would have said, "Yeah, and I'm the son of Hong Kong Fooey," they said, "Well, come on, man. Now we don't believe in you." But he was able to say the son of Ishmael, the son of Abraham, and then they're gonna say, "Oh, that's serious." Yeah, yeah. So Ishmael is like their great uncle, the Jews. So basically, the Arabs and the Jews are like cousins in race. They're like cousins. And they know that. They say that, actually. The Jews, they say, those are our cousins. They know that. That's true. Because the Arabs and the Jews have the same grandfather, Abraham. Okay. Amin wa fiq. All right. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك